Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a review of the Invidia R400 exhaust that is installed on my Honda Civic Type R. I'm going to be doing a quick POV video for you guys and show you guys the pros and the cons of that exhaust. And if you guys are new to the channel, before we get started, please support by subscribing down below. And if you guys end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up, as well as check out all my other videos. I've been making a lot of content on my S2000, but I feel like my Type R needs a lot of loving too. So today is a perfect day for that. Beautiful day to take it out. So let's get right through it. So today, not for the S2000, it's gonna be for the Type R. It looks clean on the video, but I kid you not, this car is pretty dirty, and I don't really want to wash any of my cars right now because this weather has been so bipolar. Like, it's a beautiful day today, but yesterday was raining. It was pretty bad. So here's my S2000 and here's my Type R. So the review today is the Invidia R400, if you guys can even see it, because it's pretty dirty. And for that, I'll show you guys a little cold start of the car. See how loud it is. If you guys I had a lot of reviews on if the exhaust is good or not, but for me, in my opinion, it's really good. So here's a cold start. It's not too loud, as you can tell. That's a cold start right now. I'm just turning off the volume right now. I don't want the music to just end up going off. But it's really not too loud, to be honest with you. It's really just the perfect sound, in my opinion. If it's like idling, it's just because what's that called? It's really not that loud. I'm really surprised. Like, people think it's really loud. It kind of is when you're actually driving on the freeway. But if the car is just on, it's just like a low idle, you know? It's nothing too crazy or anything like that. So let's take this car for a spin. Alright, so first things first, just accelerating now. So you can tell it's pretty much a lot louder on the inside than what you heard from the outside, you know? I'm just leaving my house. I'm actually on my way to Vallejo right now to get a COVID test. No, I'm not sick or anything, but for my job, it is required to get a test. So just to make sure, you know, because in my work field, I do work at a hospital. Little about me. But I'll get more into that today. It's pretty much me driving this Invidia R400 exhaust, or this Type R, the exhaust review. So off the bat, like, I'm not even having high RPMs, and I don't know if you can kind of hear it from the outside, but from the inside it's already a little too loud, to be honest with you. But the thing is, this is in R Sport mode, so when you do toggle it from just the sport mode or just the I forgot what the eco one, I forgot, I never used that one, it does end up being a lot less loud. So it is pretty cool that you could toggle between like what preferences you want this Type R to sound like. But for me, I mean, it's a Type R, so I always wanted to be in R Sport mode. And I mean, for other people, it really just depends on what they use this car for. If you daily it, you'll just leave it at like the eco one or just the sport one. But for me, this is the mode that I use it for. When I bought this car, it actually already had this Invidia R400 exhaust, which is actually such a plus, because I always liked this type of exhaust, to be honest, on cars. I was actually gonna put this exhaust on my STI before I sold it, but I ended up just going with the Tomei instead. But the exhaust right behind it would be this if I had to choose again. And for me, I never really liked the stock sounding exhaust. I always wanted to be, you know, I always wanted it to be loud. Well, not too loud, but have that deep idle, and like when you're that boost. Sheesh. The intake that I have is an in-gen intake as well, so not really too much of any mods into this car. Just a little pushing, or it's pushing a little bit like over 350 right now, because it is jailbroken with Honda, and the previous owner actually is the one who gave me that too, the Honda with everything, and for such a steal of a price. If you guys don't know how much I got this for, I did make a video. I'll put a link on if you guys want to check it out. But I've got this car for pretty much a steal. Even to this day, I still can't believe I got this car last year for the price I got it for, and especially with all the mods already included. So it's tastefully modded by the previous owner, and it works so well because it's the mods that I would put onto this car. So it saves me a lot of hassle and time to install. But there's still a lot more to do for this car. Right now, I'm still just using this as a daily car because I don't really want to invest too much in the meantime, because there's not really much that you can do for the Type R. Well, you can, but cosmetically wise, yes. But to be honest, with this type of car, it's already fine as is, even just stock. Just putting an intake and an exhaust makes it sound really nice. It has like enough horsepower already, and to be honest, it's like if it's just like a daily car for you, there's really no point of you making this car any faster than it is. Because this car is awfully fast, very comfortable, very nice to look at. So it's really just based on the preference on how you want this car to be driven, if you're going to be tracking this car or just anything, you know. Oh shit. And there's a sheriff. Hello, officer. I don't want to get pulled over. Man, I'm just hoping that this police isn't gonna pull me over because of the sound of this exhaust. So we'll just stay a little bit back here. I don't want to make any mistakes by over revving, you know, because this car, as I do live in California, so especially modded cars, it's a high risk to get pulled over just for having a loud exhaust. And driving this car, it is a pretty loud exhaust, so I don't even want to risk it. I'm just gonna stay way behind here because that police is all the way over there, and it's I'm just trying to be smart. I've had way too many tickets in the past couple of years, and I'm not really trying to get pulled over anymore. So I'm almost about to enter the freeway, and I'm gonna show you guys pretty much a pull of how this car sounds like when you accelerate, you know, when you do a couple pulls. Luckily, the police U-turned. I don't know if he needed to catch someone else that's not me. You know, just a red Type R just cruising along with a loud exhaust. You know, don't pull me over. And so we're on the clear. just sounds so good every single time, especially coming from driving the S2000. It's like, man, this car is so fast. So I'm entering the freeway, and yeah, I hope you guys like that little pull. And I try not to engage too much on the boost. I don't really want to. It's just like an attention grabber. For me, I'm more of the adult driving because I don't really want to be catching too much attention from people of like, man, like this car is just going way too fast, it's too loud. I mean, this car is both of those things, but I'd rather not show off about it too much because it's not really worth it, you know. For me, I love to drive cars because of the feeling of it. But from the inside of the Type R with this exhaust, it's not too bad. You do hear an idling here and there, but at the same time, I'm not really driving it too loud or too hard. And when I'm doing a pull, you hear more of the boost of the intake, or you hear the intake more than you actually hear this exhaust. So on the gas. So you can actually just even that out by like just putting a little mixture of just stepping onto the gas a little, like just a light tap. But I mean, to be honest with you, with this exhaust, it does everything. It can be as loud as it wants. It could actually be pretty quiet if you really wanted to. All right, so I pretty much just got my test finish, and it's actually not that bad to what people have been saying of like they swab it all the way up to your nose and stuff. I mean, they did, but it wasn't as bad as how people were describing it, because I was told like, man, it like hits your brain and all that stuff. Like I feel like they're just over exaggerating. So right now I'm just gonna pretty much head back home because I had to take this day off just so I can take this test. For the healthcare workers, you have to pretty much schedule an appointment. You can't just show up and then they're just gonna take it. And unfortunately, there wasn't even one near my area, so I had to drive out so far, and then on top of that, I had to pass by toll, so now I had to spend pretty much $6 just so I could get this test. That's the thing I always hate, is just passing toll, going to fast track, just unnecessary spending just to get a certain area. I always hated that, to be honest with you. But right now, as you guys can pretty much just see, right now I'm just driving home. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm never in this area, so it's all like a mystery for me. So, but regarding to that, talking about the Invidia R400 exhaust, if you guys are looking into the market for one, I'd recommend it. The price is probably like between $900 to $1,000. You won't really see a lot of used ones at the moment. It's just because of, you know, everyone. The Type R is still technically new in a way. It's like what, 3-4 years old. So the people that are pretty much just gonna sell it are just the ones that are either gonna trade in the car or let go of it. But if you plan to keep the car, to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna let go of this exhaust. It's a really nice sounding exhaust for what it is, and it's just really nice, you know. seen my Type R in a while. I haven't really done much to the car, to be honest with you. It's literally just been chilling. That's how it's supposed to be. Still with some TE37s, but I mean, it's still really nice, to be honest with you. There's a little run around of the car. I do plan on putting a body kit soon. But it's pretty rumbly. I think there's a loose bolt that I just gotta tie in. That's usually how it sounds really. And that is it for the video, guys. Sorry it's a little kind of short, nothing too much. It's just to show you guys how the Invidia R400 sounds. I have more mods gonna be installing for this Type R real soon. I just wanted to do a quick little video to show you guys, because I had a couple questions if this exhaust was actually good for the Type R. And for the price what it is, you have quite a few selections, but to be honest with you, this Invidia R400 is really good, so I'd recommend it if you guys really want to put the exhaust for the car. If you guys don't mind the rumble, as well as like how loud it is, like you just want to make the car sound good, look good, and you know, 3 exit exhaust, it's not too bad. So if you guys did like this video, please support the channel by subscribing below, as well as giving this video a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. But that's it for the video, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.